physics for class 10th icse board. Okay, for the year 2026. This is the paper, physics question paper, and let's start with the questions. So section A, it is of 40 marks and all parts are compulsory, and we have to attend all the questions from this section. So first one is multiple choice. So here we are having, in first one, choose the correct answers to the questions from the above options. So first one, body to be in dynamic equilibrium. Okay, in dynamic equilibrium means it is moving with a constant velocity. Okay, so for that acceleration should be 0. Okay, so first ka B part is correct. Then in second one, energy transformation taking place during photosynthesis in plant. Very simple one. In this case, what is happening? Light energy is converting to chemical energy. Now see third part. Velocity ratio of a block and tackle system of two pulleys with the effort in the upward direction. Here in this case, effort is in upward direction. Okay, so if we add one more pulley to convert to apply the effort in downward direction, then the third pulley is just for changing the direction of effort. Okay, it does not have any role in adding the effort, or means or it is simply used to change the direction of effort in convenient direction. Okay, so velocity ratio will remain 3 if we are using two pulleys and applying the effort in upward direction. Then in that case velocity ratio is 1 more than the number of pulley. If we are using pulleys, block and tackle system, and effort is being applied in downward direction, then in that case velocity ratio is equal to number of pulleys. Okay, so here as the effort is being applied in upward direction, so velocity ratio is equals to 1 more than the number of pulleys. Here we are having two pulleys. Okay, the velocity ratio is 2 plus 1, that is 3. Now in fourth one, from figure given below, the refractive index of medium B with respect to medium A. Okay, we have to find. Okay, so this medium A is the here the incident ray is there in the medium A, and in medium B we have the refracted ray. So we know that mu equals to sine of angle of incidence upon sine of angle of refraction. So this is the angle with the medium. We have to find angle of incidence is the angle with the normal. So this is angle of incidence. So it will be 90 minus 30, that is 60. And this one is angle of incidence. Again 90 minus 45, that is 45. So we know that mu equals to sine I upon sine R, that is sine 60 upon sine 45. D is the correct option. Now fifth part, simple means from the book itself, from theory itself. Okay, direct question. When a blackened bulb thermometer is moved beyond the red region of the visible spectrum, there is a rapid rise in the temperature. This is due to the presence of, okay, so answer is infrared radiation. Okay, as it is given in the book. Then sixth part, a fast moving cyclist stop pedaling on reaching a hilly track. If he continues to move with the acquired energy, then assuming no loss of energy, what is happening here in this case? His total mechanical energy, what is happening as he is moving down. Okay, he is not pedaling at all. Okay, so what is happening? His kinetic and potential energy is decreasing and kinetic energy is increasing. So total mechanical energy remains constant. So for sixth part, D is the correct option. Now seventh part, the uh, distance V of the virtual image formed by a lens of focal length 15 centimeter nearer exceeds a certain finite value, then this value will be okay. Here they have given focal length is 15 centimeter, and we know that in case of convex lens focal length is 15 centimeter. So this is clear. Oh, sorry, focal length of convex lens is positive. So from this focal length it is clear that it is a convex lens. Okay, so when uh, we are getting virtual image, so in this case, in case of convex lens we get the virtual image when the object is between focal length and optical center. Okay, and image is formed between f and 2f, so it will form between 15 centimeter and 30 centimeter. So for seventh part, B is the correct option. Now eighth part, assertion. Tiny air molecules scatter blue light more than red light. Okay. Reason are the refractive index of medium is greater for blue light than for red light. Okay, so here also we know that refractive index of medium is inversely proportional to the wavelength, and we know that wavelength of red light is more than wavelength of blue light. Okay, so for blue, refractive index is more than in case of red light, so blue will scatter more. Okay, and reason is also correct. So the correct option for this is C. Both A and R are correct, are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Now ninth part, in the circuit given below, identify the lamp L1, L2, L3 and 4 among these whose failure would not interrupt the power supply to the other lamp. So from the figure it is very much clear that if we remove this part, then also other three lamp keep on, means circuit is still closed. Okay, and these three lamp keep on lightning. So L3 we can remove, so correct option, sorry, L2 we can remove, so correct option is B. Now 10th part, they have given equal volumes of water are added to three cylindrical jars A, B and C of same height. Height is same, है ना? Radii RA, RB and RC are respectively. RB is lesser than, RA is lesser than RC. If you blow air into the mouth of these jars, which tube will produce the Schiller note? Okay, so height is same, so RB is of less, RB is lesser than other two radius. Okay, so in this case water level is more, in RA water level is lesser than B, and in RC water level is least. Okay, so air column of this C1 is larger one, and we know that pitch is inversely proportional to the length of air column. Okay, so in case of this C1, sound is more Schiller, and pitch is high, so sound is more Schiller. So correct option is length of air column. So in case of RC, length of air column is more. Okay, radius is more, so water level is less in this case, है ना? So length of air column is more, so RC is the correct option. This C1 is the correct option, not B. Okay, C is the correct option. Greater the radius, so lesser will be the height of the water level, because height of the cylinder is same in all the cases. Okay, so correct option is C1. Beta, why it will be B? See, radius of B is lesser than A is lesser than C, है ना? What we are having, see, volume equals to volume of water is same, है ना? So what we are having, when we are having, see, these jars are there, height of the jar are same. Okay, this has the larger radius, this has the smaller radius, so it is wider, it is narrower. Okay, so water level, both have the equal volume of water, so level of water is more in this than in this one, so air column in this one is more than in this one, and we know that pitch is inversely proportional to length of air column. More the air column, lesser is the, sorry, more the air column, more the air column, lesser is the pitch. Okay, and lesser is the air column, greater is the pitch. Lesser air column will be in B. Sorry, B is the correct option. Yes, B1 is the correct option. Okay, B is the correct option for this one. Yes, B is the correct option for 10th one. Okay, now 11th one, a metallic wire is stretched in such a way that its new length becomes twice the original length. How does this specific heat capacity change? Specific heat capacity doesn't depend upon the length of the wire. Okay, it depends upon the material, substance, so it will remain same. So for 11th one, D is the correct option. Now 12th one, correct formula to calculate the equivalent resistance of two resistors. Okay, simple formula based, we can apply the formula 1 upon R equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Okay, that is R1 plus R2 upon R1 R2. To get R, we have to take the reciprocal of this, so correct option is B. Now 13th one, here what we are having, the diagram below shows the top view of the wire. Okay, X carrying current into the plane of the paper. Which of the compass is correctly aligned with the magnetic field? So this is the this is based on the application of right hand thumb rule. When we hold it, this wire, in such a way that our thumb is in the direction of current, then our finger, direction of our finger will give the direction of magnetic field. So one is in the direction of our finger, so only one is aligned. A is the correct option. Now 14th one, three substances A, B and C of same mass are present at their respective melting point. One substance, if they melt completely in 5 minutes, 7 minutes and 3 minutes respectively, then which substance has the highest specific heat capacity? Okay, mass is same. Okay, so more time means more heat they need. More heat means more specific capacity. This one, which is taking 7 minutes, that is B, has higher specific capacity. Sorry, highest specific latent heat. So B is the correct option. for 14th one. Now 15th, an atom of lithium contains 3 electrons, 3 proton and 4 neutron. So they are asking the mass number. Mass number is sum of proton plus neutron, that is 4 plus 3, 7. So C is the correct option. Second one, Phillips. Okay, we have to choose the correct one. A car is moving in uniform circular motion. The direction of friction between the tires and the path is towards the center. This friction will provide the required centripetal force. Okay, so direction of friction is towards the center. See, a car is moving in a circular path. Okay, so this friction will provide the necessary centripetal force. So direction of friction is towards the center. B part, when a ray of light passes from a denser to a rarer medium, its wavelength, okay, when the light passes from denser to rarer medium, then what will happen? Its velocity, from denser to rarer medium, its velocity increases, so its wavelength will also increase. When a ray of light passes from denser to rarer medium, so its velocity increases, so its wavelength will also get increase. Okay, increase is the correct option for B part. The lid of a calorimeter minimize the heat. This is simple one, due to convection. Okay, it minimize the loss of heat due to convection. D part, quality of sound depend on its waveform. Simple question from the book itself. E part, substance whose resistance becomes almost negligible at temperature near absolute zero is called a superconductor. Definition of superconductor. Okay, simple bookish one. Dash, radiations deviates minimum in magnetic field. Okay, alpha and beta both get deviate, but mass of alpha is more than that of beta. So deviation in alpha is lesser than beta. Okay, if you might have seen the diagram, then deviation of alpha is lesser than beta. So alpha is the correct option. Now in second part, state 2 factors on which the position of center of gravity of a body depend. It depends upon the shape of the body and mass distribution, how the mass is distribution in that body. Okay, so center of gravity depends upon two things. One is two factors. One is shape of the body, another one distribution of mass, how mass is being distributed in that body. Second one, case 1, Lata cuts a potato into 2 halves using a cutter which belongs to a class 2 lever. Class 2 lever means load is in between fulcrum and effort. She need effort E. Okay, E1, sorry. Then she cuts 1/2 of this potato again, but this time she needs effort E2. Okay, if E1 is greater than E2, already they have given that effort E1 is greater than effort E2, in which case first or second was the potato closer to her hand applying the effort. Okay, assume normal reaction of the surface of the potato is same in both the cases. Give a reason for your answer in part A. See, so in class 2 lever, what we are having, load is in between fulcrum and effort. Okay, so load is same in both the cases. It is given that effort 1 is greater than effort 2. So mechanical advantage, okay, effort 1 is greater than effort 2. So 1 upon effort 1 is lesser than 1 upon effort 2. That is, now load is same in both the cases, है ना? In both the cases we are cutting that potato. So L upon E1 is lesser than L upon E2. Mechanical advantage of first one is lesser than mechanical advantage of second one. Okay, that is effort arm upon load arm is lesser than effort arm upon load arm of 2. Okay, so here effort arm will remain same because distance between fulcrum and effort will remain same. Okay, so that is load arm second is lesser than load arm 2. Okay, means load arm 1 is greater than load arm 2. Distance between fulcrum and load is greater than case 1 than in case 2. Means in case 1 load is more closer than effort. Okay, towards the effort. So potato in case 1, potato is closer to her hand. Okay, so correct answer is case 1. Now in third one, here they have given question number third. The graph below shows the variation of image distance V with the object distance U when an object is kept in front of a lens. See, we can see that here as the object distance is decreasing, image distance is increasing, and this happens only in case of convex lens. Okay, when the object come closer to the lens, then distance of image moves away from the lens. Okay, distance of image increases. So lens is convex lens. Now they are asking what would be the magnification: more than 1, less than 1, equal to 1, if the object is placed between f and 2f. Okay, so when the object is between f and 2f, then image is beyond 2f. So v is greater than u, it means magnification is more than 1. Okay, so for B part, magnification is more than 1. Now in second part, our resistance R is connected across a cell with a switch and a rheostat in series. A voltmeter is connected parallel across the cell. Current in the circuit is increased using the rheostat. How will the voltmeter reading change? Okay, and justify your answer. State in A. Okay, so here this is the diagram which I have made for this one. Voltmeter is connect across the cell. Okay, so when we draw current, means more or less current in the resistance doesn't affect the voltage of the cell. Okay, this voltmeter measures the terminal voltage of this cell. So voltmeter reading remains the same. Okay, voltmeter reading remains the same, and reason is voltmeter connected across the cell gives the potential of cell which does not change on changing the current in circuit. Okay, so it will this voltmeter will measure the potential of this cell. Now define natural vibration directly from the book. Okay, how is this vibration different from the damped vibration in terms of their amplitude? So in natural vibration amplitude remain constant, but in case of damped vibration amplitude keep on decreasing and after some time it dies. Now fourth part, a metal piece of thermal capacity 40 joule per Kelvin absorb 800 joule of heat. Calculate the rise in temperature. See, from this unit itself we can find that when 800 divided by 40 we get the answer in K, that is Kelvin. Okay, so 800 upon 40 will give the answer, that is 20 joule. Okay, sorry, 20 Kelvin. Now rise in temperature is 20 Kelvin. Then fifth part, in an AC generator Name the part which has the following function. First one, intensify the magnetic field. Okay, this is due to the horseshoe electromagnet. Then maintains electrical contact between the rotating part and the external circuit. This is being done by brushes B1 and B2. Now sixth part, give two differences between nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Okay, from book itself already differences are given between the nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Okay. Now in seventh one, monochromatic ray strikes the surface of identical prism A, B and C at different angles of incidence. The diagram below shows their refracted rays. Study the path of these refracted rays and identify in which of the diagram. What we are having? Angle of incidence is maximum. See, here we have mu is greater than 1. Okay, mu is greater than 1 and we know that mu equals to sin I upon sin R. So sin I is greater than sin R, means I will be greater than R. Okay, and we can see that R is greater value of R is greater in B part. Okay, so I is greater in case of this prism B. So angle of incidence is maximum in B. Then they are asking angle of incidence is minimum. So minimum value of angle of refraction is in A. So angle of incidence is minimum in A. Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of emergence. For this refracted ray inside the prism should be parallel to the base of the prism, and this is in C only. When the refracted ray inside the prism is parallel to the base of the prism, in that case angle of incidence and angle of emergence will be equal. So C is the correct option for the correct answer for the part C. Okay, so this much for today's video. In this video I have discussed the section A, and in next video I will discuss the section B of this question paper. Okay, so thanks for watching this video.